Yo, what's up guys, it's Dan here, and today what I'm bringing you is a double KEM strike with the AK-12 using the gold camo, and I was using the silencer with the extended mags as the attachments on it. So I do hope you enjoy the gameplay in the background. Sorry if it's a bit repetitive. Actually, I haven't done an AK-12 KEM strike in a while, so hopefully you can forgive me on that. I know it's a try-hard gun. This was done way back last year. Well, it wasn't way back last year, it was like 28th or 29th last year. And I got a double KEM just before the year ends, as well as the 85 gun streak, which probably everyone who is watching my video has seen. If not, I'll link you guys in the description, or I might put it on the screen, because I kind of want to get that video up to 100 likes. So if you would, please come and check it out for me and help me hit 100 likes. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is not about the gameplay for once. I'm going to talk to you guys about a story that I encountered, or what I did, which was really bad, and what I really shouldn't have done. It was really stupid, naughty, or if you want to call it gangster style. But back then I was a little shit. Honestly, back in the day when I was about, when did I do this? About 8 or 9 years old. I was in like year 4 or 5. Basically, me and my friend. It wasn't really me that was the bad person. It was more like the person who I used to hang out with. He was brought up really badly. Like his parents weren't that good, but he was a good funny guy to hang out with, so I sticked around with him, which wasn't the best idea because he really wasn't sensible or whatever, especially when I was in school and I was known as the good person. But me hanging out with him, he obviously inflicted a bit of craftiness into me, and basically what happened is, well, a lot of things happened when I hanged around with him for about a year or so. I still talk to him every now and then. Not every now and then, about every few months. I sometimes see him on the bus. But back in primary school, we used to talk all the time. But basically, the things we used to do, he used to have some crush on some fat bitch, and all he did was draw pictures of her tits and that. And it's funny because you always think of it if you think of it when he's 8 or 9 years old, you wouldn't expect a kid that age to be doing stuff like that, especially drawing big fat cock up her arsehole and stuff like that, especially with tits, going all graphic. He shouldn't really be knowing stuff about this. Is what I'm on about with parenting and stuff like that. Not the greatest. He also used to imagine himself as a gorilla. He was like some green gorilla. He used to go around pounding people's pussies and beating up other guys. He used to get into a lot of fights, throw people in puddles. It was fucking hilarious. It's funny when you're not involved, but I bet he was enjoying himself like mad back in the day. I wish I'd embraced my childhood a bit better back in those days, because in those days I was really quiet and back in the scene, as I said, known as the good boy. And I didn't really do much that was fun. But what I did in this commentary topic, which you're about to see or hear in a little bit, is basically the worst thing I did, which was in primary. Basically what happened is, me and him were walking home one day, and usually at school we used to like play football, but we used to play it with stones, which was fucking stupid, with rocks and stones just to kick it about. And yes, we probably did get bruised toenails and shit like that, bruised feet for kicking stones about, but we used to play stone football a lot. And on the way home we were kicking stones about across the pavement to each other, and then for some reason he went and picked one up and started throwing one in the road for like the car's tyres to run over them, and then obviously they would end up popping. One time he did that like a few times before. He did it to a car, but I don't think the car knew, or the person in the car knew. The car isn't a person, whatever, but the person in the car didn't really take much notice to it and carried on driving, so he kind of got away with that, lucky bitch. But what happened is, on the actual day where it happened, I decided to give it a go because it seemed quite fun popping people's tyres. But for some reason I wasn't aiming for the tyres. I was aiming a bit higher. I was aiming towards the windows and stuff like that. I wasn't exactly aiming for the windows. I was just aiming like higher than the tyres, and I used to like throw them and hit them and dent them, like the cars and the doors and that. And then one time I threw it and it hit a windscreen, which isn't smart at all. It was really stupid. I hit the windscreen and it smashed. It was a fucking huge rock as well, and it like just smashed into pieces. And the guy in the car, oh, he was fucking livid. He was livid. he wouldn't let that one slip. He chased us down the road. Me and him were hit and run. We both ran off, and he was chasing us in the car. I think he was drunk as well, because this is really stupid. He really shouldn't have done what he did, because if it had hit us, he would have got in a shit ton of trouble. But he was drunk, and I believe in it. We definitely had beer bottles in his van, and he got angered by the fact that we were throwing stones at him, or I threw the stone and hit the windscreen and smashed it. So he chased us down the road, and he threw a beer bottle at us behind us. I heard it smash on the wall behind us, so we obviously escaped that just about, which was really, really dangerous. He really shouldn't have done that. But then again, I shouldn't really have thrown a stone at him and smashed his windscreen. But he was like, "Oi, you! Get back here!" at night. He was, I was fucking mad. And luckily I threw it like when I was just outside my own road, so I literally pasted it into my own house. And then my mum came out and started yelling at him, saying, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you chasing these kids down the road?" And he was like, "Oh, they broke my windscreen." And I'm like, "Well, it wasn't me, it was him." And my mum believed him, because he was the most likely person to do that. So I kind of got away with that. Even today, she doesn't know. And I don't plan on telling her, because that's still vandalism back in the day, which is kind of, you don't really want to share that in your CV or whatever. So yeah, that's basically it for the commentary topic. I hope you enjoyed the little story. I was a really bad little shit back then. I used to do other stuff in school, like make a mess. The last day of school, nice little quad feed for the KEM strike there. But yeah, that's basically it. I used to do stuff like, on the last day, I used to throw stuff in the air and make a mess, just because I wouldn't be going back to school the next day, which was funny. But yeah, I used to be a little shit in school. Let me know if you want to see more stories like this in the future. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. Peace.